Anyone else wake up with the world's worst headache? Tell me about it. What did we even do yesterday? Honestly, I can't remember. Though I did have a dream that we were being chased by someone.
Oh, really? And who was that?
I think it was Scarlett. What are the odds of that? I think I dreamed the same thing.
As did I.
She locked us in the library and shot us to pieces. Whoa, that's the same dream I had.
What do you think made you all dream up that? Either way, it was just a dream.
Yui used the mean glare. It's super effective.
Come now. There's no point getting upset at someone at what they did in a dream.
You're right, Violet.
And yet... I seem to remember you being there too, Robbie.
Oh man, how am I going to talk my way out of this one? Some way or another, Scarlett and I managed to convince everybody it was a crazy coincidence. At least, I think we did. Violet was skeptical. Naturally, she had every right to be. Everything she dreamed really did happen. Let's hope this wasn't the kind of dream that comes back again. I figure it's about time to talk with Kat about my next date, but I felt a tap on my back. Kat, is that... I turned around, and the girl in front of me was as surprised as I was.
Kat? No, this is Allie.
Oh, sorry. Allie, what's up? She looked to see if anyone else was around before she spoke.
Have you noticed anything weird lately?
What do you mean?
Something about this show gives me the creeps. I went out for a walk in the forest last night, 'cause it's gorgeous and all. But after I got there, I must have dozed off for a minute.
Taking a nap in a forest at night? You're braver than most, Allie.
Let me finish. When I woke up, I was back in my room on my bed. And I swear, I don't remember ever walking back.
Huh. That sounds pretty crazy, if it really happened. You sure you didn't just have a weird dream?
Now that you mention it, I tried Scarlett's cooking for fun last night. That was a big mistake. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but did you notice anything strange happen last night?
I don't think so. It was just a regular night. I had a conversation with Kat in my room, but that was it.
Damn, 5 girls to date wasn't enough, huh? Sorry, couldn't help myself. Well, I guess I'll be staying away from Scarlett's cooking and chalk it up to a weird-ass dream. Thanks for listening, Robbie.
My pleasure, Allie.
See you later.
She ran off, just as fast as she had come initially.
Someone's in a hurry.
Hey, Cat. I was looking for you.
Afternoon, Robbie. Same here.
I wanted to ask, did your guys do anything last night to Allie?
Not that I know of. Our staff leaves the castle alone at night.
I guess there's nothing to worry about. Cat's been honest with me so far about everything. Right.
Anyway, more importantly, it's time for Phase 2. You've done pretty decently with setting up Yui and Scarlet as your soulmate candidates. People are eating it up. The romance? Whatever. More importantly, every time they're on screen, we get one hell of a ratings boost. From here on out, you'll only be going on dates with either of them. That'll be your best bet to getting out of here alive. That sound good to you?
You almost make it sound like I have a choice.
I'm glad we're on the same page as always, Robbie. But enough with the pleasantries. Who's the unlucky girl today?
I guess I like my spending time with,
We're gonna do Yui so that Lynn has a chance to do some lines.
Oh, absolutely. Yui.
I knew it! Damn, I should have made another bet with 4. Anyway, Yui's somewhere in the fields behind the mansion. I'll be filming as usual. Get a move on!
I could see Yui waving at me from the top of the hill.
Hey there, Robbie. It's nice to see you again. Robbie?
It's nice to see you too, Yui.
You wanted to show me something?
That's me. Whoops. You wanted to show me something?
Sorry.
Sorry, the reason why I was muted for so long was because I sneezed 3 times.
Okay.
Now that I was closer, I could see Yui was holding one hand behind her back.
Believe me, it's the most amazing thing you've ever seen. Behold! It's a bunny!
It was indeed a bunny. Where did you get this little guy from?
To be honest, I've got no idea.
I wonder if he's a wild one, or maybe someone's pet.
I've asked around, but it doesn't look like he belongs to anybody. So I've been taking care of him since I found him. I just couldn't help myself, you know?
Yui's smile was as earnest as could be. Didn't you have a pet bunny back home?
I had 2, Bun and Bun Bun. Both of them are total rascals, but Bun 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 here is a good boy, aren't you?
She nuzzled against the Bun Bun Bun's head.
Yes, you are.
We played with the bunny for a little while. She picked the bunny up and held it in her arms. Bun 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 looked quite content. You know, you're pretty amazing with animals, Yui.
Well, I've been surrounded by animals my whole life. Back at my house, well, to be honest, it was more of a barn than anything. Since my sisters were too young and Grandma was getting up there, I'd take care of all the animals. Grandma's taken care of them ever since they were born. My parents were supposed to take care of them after Grandma retired, but, well, you know, life happens. I'm just glad to have what I have.
Bun 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 had managed to squeeze out of her hands and ran off.
We gotta catch him. Let's go.
On it! I ran as fast as I could after Bun Bun Bun, but it was no use. The distance kept widening. For long, we couldn't even see him anymore. Sorry, I couldn't catch him. He's really fast for something so small.
Don't worry about it. Bun 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 likes to do this all the time. He's a bit mischievous, but he won't do anything dangerous. We can take our time looking for him. If you're willing to help.
Of course, Yui. We started walking towards where we last saw Bun Bun Bun, right after we caught our breath again.
Gosh, isn't it so nice to be outside? The smell of fresh air, the breeze. There's nothing like it. There really isn't.
There really
Sorry.
isn't. It's alright. I smiled. There really
Sorry.
isn't.
You and Yui are like the same.
I smiled.
At first, I was really excited to go to the city. There's so many people, so many things to do, so many beautiful things. And most of all, I got to meet you.
Shucks, you're going to make me blush. She laughed and touched my arm.
Even so, the city is just not my thing. It's a little bit funny, though the reason I had to come home all of a sudden was terrible. A little part of me was glad to be home. Ever had that kind of feeling before?
I have. It's strange, but sometimes there's good in the bad, and sometimes that good can outweigh the bad.
Exactly. You get it, Robbie. My family's never been closer. And that's all I want. They told me to make a lot of money in the city, make something of myself, all that. It might seem old-fashioned, but I just want to put the people I love first. That's all you got in life, really. I'm curious, what do you put first in life?
I guess happiness, but that's just me. Happiness. If you don't have that, what do you have?
Oh, is that so? I think we'd make a great team then.
We talked for several hours about what we wanted out of life. We seemed to match up perfectly. I was beaming the whole time. It was hard to believe that.
It's Bun Bun Bun!
Yui pointed in front of us, and sure enough, there was Bun Bun Bun, chomping on a bush. I never seen anyone move so fast. Yui descended on Bun 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 like a hawk, and grabbed him in an instant.
You are going back to your den, you bad little bunny. But I'm happy you're safe.
She nuzzled her face against his fur. Bun 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 was practically purring with delight. Then she looked right at me.
I can't promise I could give you the most exciting life, with the most twists and turns around every corner. But I can promise that if you choose me, I'd always be by your side, no matter what. Wherever you were, I'd come running, always.
She took a step towards me and kissed my cheek. We locked eyes, and for that time, All I could see was her and how beautiful she was. But my bud seemed to be a little jealous after that.
Thanks again for the help, Robbie. Being with you made this all a lot faster. Thanks again for the help, Robbie. Being with you made this all go a lot faster and made it really special to me.
Anytime, Yui. I'm happy to. We walked back together to the mansion, holding hands and smiling all the while. I was about to turn in for the night when I heard a knock on my door. Hey, Kat. I thought you weren't going in to come over tonight.
Sorry about that. I got tied up in some things.
Is everything okay?
Good as always. Care to join me for a walk?
Sure, that sounds nice.
Then away we go.
We walked at a relaxed pace, with Kat slightly ahead, leading the way.
So, how are you feeling about day 3, Robbie? Who's your front runner? Who's your front runner now?
Oh, it's really hard. Well, Scarlett is the most exciting. Yui. Man, Yui, I connect a lot with Yui. Man, I feel like I'm flip-flopping.
That's okay.
Maybe Yui now? I feel like I got the most going on with Yui now. It's Yui, you know. It's got to be her. She's one of a kind. No one else gives me that same warm feeling inside.
Really? Damn, you sure changed your mind quickly, Robbie. I feel like anyone who has to date you is in for a nasty surprise.
Oh no. Hey, I've just only gotten to know each of them. Isn't it natural for things to change up quickly this early on?
I guess so, but that's not what the internet will think. But that's not my problem. Well, I'm happy you've at least got one girl you're really interested in, but it helps that you got chemistry with both. Tomorrow, we'll milk this love triangle by having you date the girl you didn't today. Sound good to you?
I'm noticing a pattern and making it sound like I have a choice when I really don't.
None of us really have a choice nowadays, I'm afraid. Alright, I gotta get back to editing today's footage. You ready to head back to the mansion?
Sounds good to me. We walk back into the comfortable silence.
Night.
See you later, Kat. If we get caught trying to escape, there's no telling what would happen to us.
It's a chance we'll have to take.
I know, but we need to know what we're up against.
We know the island better than anyone by now, Robbie. We'll be fine.
I'm not sure. Damien's brought in this scientist for his latest experiment. All I've heard is that she's one who built the prototype, the one Damien used to turn 6 into a vegetable.
Not to mention the old test audiences too. Shit.
I think they must have killed at least 100 people by now, and they still haven't perfected it. If we get caught...
I get what you're trying to say. Are you still with me on this? It's not too late.
You didn't even have to ask. Of course I'm with you. Who are you? Somehow, I know you're close by. But every time I try to see your face, the dream ends.
You've got to be kidding. My goodness, he really said that?
Yeah, and he was all like, whoa, what the hell is that?
A flash of white raced through the kitchen, sending the girls into a frenzy.
What the hell is that?
Coming through, sorry.
Yui practically bulldogs through the other girls in the kitchen. What's going on?
I take it back. Bun 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 is a bad boy. He just seems so well behaved. I thought I'd let him outside again and...
Bun Bun effortlessly swerved past Yui under Violet and leapt onto Allie.
Wah!
Bun 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 somehow made his way up to her head and took her cap in his mouth.
Hey, give that back.
Bun 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 seemed to sneer at Allie, then leapt away and ran off.
Get back here.
Allie started chasing Bun 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 with all she had, but somehow he always stayed on one step ahead of her.
This looks like a job for me. I'm going to need a Venus flytrap and a few bottles of...
Bun 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 leapt onto Scarlett.
Ah! Get it off!
It is quite humorous that a mere bunny has eluded you all for this long.
Think you could catch it?
Why, of course. Watch and master at...
Bun 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 leapt onto Violet's face.
Ah! Get this foul creature off of me!
Bun 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 sneered with contempt.
Someone do something!
At that moment, I realized that Terra was recording Violet's struggles.
I'm helping in just a second.
Bun 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 left off of Violet's onto the kitchen floor and ran out.
Give me my cap back.
I do suppose a nice rabbit stew is on for lunch today.
I guess I should help too. You up to help, Robbie?
I don't see why not. Time for round 2. Now quick! Before he gets too far!
I'm right behind you.
We swept the rest of the morning trying to catch Bun Bun Bun. Emphasis on trying. That bunny is something. I'm calling it now. We finally managed to catch him by baiting him with some food Violet reluctantly made. And even then, he didn't make it easy. Let's just hope the rest of the day is a little more relaxed.
Ugh, my head.
You okay? You don't look so good.
Ugh, not so loud. Ugh. My head's killing me after I had a ton of wine last night. Still had to edit our broadcast after that, which didn't help.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the woman who decides whether I get to live or die every night. And she was very, very drunk when she did just that.
Thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week. Clearly you're still alive, Robbie, so it's all good. Believe me, you'd drink too if you worked here. Just look at the Brothers 5.
Working at Futuristic Evil Corp, TM has to come with some benefits, right?
You'd think, but we still have to pay for our dental out of pocket. Before I forget what this show's all about, today's the day you go on a date with... Who was your other soulmate candidate again?
Scarlet. Scarlett. How much did you drink last night, Kat?
Whatever, I knew that. Just testing you, duh.
Right.
Alright, let's get this second date with Scarlett started. Woo! Whoa, someone tell the world to stop spinning like a little bitch.
I'm pretty much fucked. Huh. I found Scarlett out of the stroll outside the mansion. She seemed a little down. Hey, Scarlett, are you okay?
Jeez. It's just you, Robbie. You almost gave me a heart attack.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's, not your fault. I'm just a bit on edge after the whole zombie date thing, whatever it was. I guess I'm feeling a little sad about all that.
Why? You saved everybody.
We wouldn't have needed to save anybody if it wasn't for me.
I guess in this one, well, at least you fixed the situation. That might help. Hey, at least we don't have a banana zombies running around anymore. Without your help, they still be running rampant.
Still, they wouldn't have been running around in the first place if it wasn't for me.
Oh, I chose the wrong thing. Shoot. Oh well. Well, that's true, but hey, it makes for great TV. Which inadvertently is pretty good for keeping me alive, but I'll keep quiet on that. Besides, you did it because you were trying to help me get my memories back. That means more to me than I can say.
I'm sorry I couldn't do it. If it's okay with you, I'll try again, and I'm sure this time...
Let's not worry about that for now. Thanks, though. I appreciate it. For now, I just want to get to know you better, Scarlett. We got interrupted last time, to say the least. Care to join me in making up for some lost time?
That would be fantastic. There's somewhere I'd like to go, if it's okay with you.
Lead the way.
You won't regret it. At least, I think you won't.
Should I be worried?
Come on, let's go.
She grabbed my hand and pulled me along with her. Who could say no to a girl who could turn you into a zombie?
Behold.
Ooh. There's a nightclub in the mansion?
There is now. I made it myself. Granted, I use it more as a testing ground than a real nightclub, but the staff really wanted something to blow off steam in. And okay, I cheated a little bit. I made a robot that made the nightclub for me, but it still counts.
I think you're probably the first person ever to say something like that. Also, I didn't know you knew how to build robots. That's amazing!
Hell yeah, it's cool. I get the feeling that building things to make people happier was what I enjoyed the most before I came here.
What do you mean by that?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Actually, maybe you're the one person who would. Maybe it's worth a shot.
Could she be like me?
There's so much of my life I can't remember for some reason.
I couldn't help but raise an eyebrow.
There was a lot of broken people after the war in New Asia. Not just broken bones and missing limbs, but shattered minds, people trapped in their own heads. I was told I had a gift for research, a gift that might help those people be able to reclaim their lives. So I finished school early and got my PhD and led a task force dedicated to helping the survivors. We help them forget their most painful, most traumatic memories and move on. It was my life's work, you know, but now I can't remember what it was, how it worked, if we even got anywhere with our research. To be completely honest, I can't really remember how I got here either.
I'm sorry to ask, but how on earth did that happen?
If I knew before, I definitely don't know now. Maybe testing got dangerous and I wasn't willing to test on someone else. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. The crazy thing is, I'd went from that to being on some kind of dating show? What the hell?
I guess it does sound pretty weird.
And the idea of getting married in 1 week? Who wrote this? An idiot?
I couldn't help but laugh.
But what do I even have to lose at this point?
I wouldn't look at it that way. I can't remember anything either, but I'm alive. As long as I'm alive, I got everything to lose and everything to gain.
Such an optimist, huh? That's worth something. I guess you'd understand better than anyone. What do you plan to do after this is all over?
Honestly, I don't know. I want my memories back, but if I can't get them back, I just try to make the best of things.
That's some plan.
I'm still working on the details out. Give me a break. At least you remember some things. I couldn't even remember my name at first.
You got me beat there.
We talked for hours about how we both felt about our situations. The good things, the bad things, about forgetting who you are. We laughed about forgetting the embarrassing moments that probably plagued others for a lifetime. We lamented the moments that truly made life worth living, the moments that made your life unique.
It's nice to have someone that understands. You know,
In-
I've got a silly idea if you're interested.
Let's hear it.
Getting engaged in a week is stupid, and a person who would agree to that is even stupider than that. But I think I'd say yes if it was you, Robbie, if only to see where life goes with someone like you.
That's...
Shush. Let me finish. Regardless of who you ask on the last day, I'd like to be your friend in the times to come. If you'll be mine, I can't remember the last time I had a friend to just talk to about how I feel. I think this was the first time that I felt a little better about what happened. I'd want you to feel better about the past too. I don't want you to feel alone in this world. It's sad enough, you know? And maybe I'm just being foolish, but who knows? Maybe if we're still in each other's lives after all this, we'd be able to help each other take back the lives we wanted. What do you say?
I was thinking the same thing, Scarlett.
I'm glad, but, how to say, I'd still prefer it if you pick me. What can I say? I'm a bit competitive. On second thought, I'm very competitive. Just saying, but out of all the girls, I'm the best educated, had the most illustrious career, won first place in the National New Asian Science Exhibition, and...
I laughed out loud as she listed her accomplishments one by one. She made angry faces at me in mock anger.
But most of all, I want you to have a happy life. I think someone else might get it wrong.
We spent the rest of the evening enjoying each other's company. The laughter and smiles never stopped, and she never let go of my hand during our walk. I was feeling too restless after today's date to wait in my room, so I went in for a walk downstairs.
Oh, hey Robbie. I was just about to go check up on you.
Hey there, Kat. What's up?
Huh. There were some fancy desserts here from last week, but I can't find them anymore. I guess I'll take that out of the Brothers Five's paychecks.
How do you know it was them?
They're like clockwork.
Allie looked like a deer in the headlights on the other end of the kitchen. Kat hadn't seen her yet. She made direct eye contact with me, then hightailed it out.
Anyway, I've been meaning to talk to you.
What's up?
How'd your date with Scarlett today go?
I almost want to say awesome, but yeah. It was amazing. I feel like I really got to know the real Scarlett today. For the first time, I feel like I've truly been understood.
I'm glad to hear that, Robbie, really. Scarlett puts on a front that's nothing... Sorry. Scarlett puts on a front that's nothing like how she really is. And I'm glad you can see behind it. She must really trust you.
I'm glad she does, believe me.
More importantly, though, Scarlett's fanbase has been ravenous for new content. From what I saw, you delivered today. I'm a solid 85% sure you won't wake up in a torture chamber tomorrow morning. Good job, Robbie.
Thanks. Anyway, you're probably safe for at least another day, thanks to the ongoing rivalry. Wait.
I think that's him narrating his thoughts, like being a little sarcastic.
Anyway, you're probably safe for at least another day, thanks to the ongoing rivalry between Yui and Scarlet.
The stakes are rising, and so are our precious ratings. So without further ado, it's time for Phase 3. You've only got one date left with each of them before the final day. So make them count. You're not out of the woods just yet.
Will do.
Alright, good. Well, I need to get back to preparing for tomorrow's show. And you better rest up for tomorrow. You only get one third date with a girl, right?
Sounds good to me, Cat.
See you later, Robbie.
Good night, Cat. And thanks for the help. I'd realize I'd probably be screwed without you.
Don't thank me yet.
I went back to my room and plopped on my bed. Time to get some shut-eye.
Alright, we're out of the mansion. Next stop, the beach. I told you the staff wouldn't suspect a thing.
That's because nobody's been stupid enough to try to escape till now.
Maybe people should have been a little more stupid a little sooner.
Easier said than done. She grabbed my hand and pulled me along.
We'll go through the forest, come on.
We ran through the forest as if the devil were chasing us. The truth was not far from it.
Okay, I can see the pier now. And the boat. We're this close to getting out of here.
She always put on her bravest face when she was afraid.
We're going to make it, right?
Of course! The boat's just a little further, and no one's on her tail.
I can't believe it. We're finally getting out of here. We're finally going to leave, Robbie.
About time, if you ask me.
I've dreamed of this moment every day since. Who knows how long we've been trapped here by now. But I never thought I could escape till I got to know you.
I laughed. You're giving me too much credit. It was your idea. Find any other sane person and they would have told you the same things.
Sane people didn't try to escape with me.
I wouldn't have stayed sane if it weren't for you, though. She laughed. That was my favorite sound.
Let's get back to matters at hand. We both know that this is where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
Now it's just a mad dash to the finish. You ready to run?
No. I'm kidding. Let's go! That favorite sound of mine once more. I hope it's not the last time I hear it. Next day, I woke up to the sound of explosion outside. I ran outside as fast as I could. What the? The first thing I saw was Scarlett and black smoke emanating from the ground near her.
Oh, hey there, Robbie. Nice weather we're having, huh?
Hey, Scarlett. You okay?
I'm pretty good, all things considered. I've been experimenting again on trying to bring back people's memories with the whole monkey zombie bit. I figure if you and I ever, well, you know, I'd want us to know everything about each other. No secrets.
I like that, Scarlett. Thanks.
I'd let you know if I make any progress with that. Ugh, I got to clean this up. Give me a minute and then we can head to the forest. I've been meaning to spend some time there since I got to this island.
Sounds good by me. We walked together through the forest, hand in hand, talking about things we would do after we got off this island. Talking about everything and anything.
After we're off this island, whatever happens, do you maybe want to catch a movie together?
Sure, but why a movie?
You can laugh, but there's a part of me that just wants to be a regular girl for a day. That's something I could never forget. And I'd like it if I could be that way with you. What do you say?
I'd like that.
Yay!
Scarlett did a little dance of happiness. We spent the rest of the morning together in the woods, enjoying each other's company. And maybe a little more than that. Somehow, in the middle of it all, I forgot what kind of show I was in for the first place. It was just me and her. In this moment, more than ever, I was glad to be alive.
Morning, Robbie. Time sure flies, huh? The show's almost over and you'll be able to go back to your regular life soon. No idea if that's gonna have any less headaches, though.
Who knows? As strange as it sounds, I've had some fun here. The whole getting murdered thing isn't great, but it hasn't been all bad.
I did mention that other people would kill to be in your position.
I just realized I muted myself. On second thought, they definitely haven't thought it through enough.
Probably not. Well, back to business. It's time to pick up where you'll go on your third date with. Who's the unlucky soulmate candidate today?
I had a heart-to-heart with Scarlett. I don't want to keep the tension going. Let's do Yui first, then Scarlett. Yui.
The moment's finally here. The final date with the best girl. Remember, if you mess this up, there's an army of people out there waiting to take your place.
Not planning on it, Kat.
You didn't plan to lose your memories and end up on an insane TV show either, but look how that turned out.
Life sure is funny, huh?
You're telling me. Life's never what you'd expect. But having a life with Yui, you'd be the luckiest person alive. And I'm not saying that just because I've got money on you picking her.
You promise?
Let's get those cameras rolling, people.
I could see Yui from my room's window, walking around the front of the mansion. Looked like she was looking for something. I practically jumped down the stairs, then ran outside to see her.
Hey there, Robbie. What's the hurry? You look like you're in quite the rush.
I just wanted to see you a little earlier.
Gosh, that's really sweet of you. I've been meaning to see you too. I've just been doing a lot of thinking since you helped me get Bun.
How's the big bee doing?
Come to think of it, that's why I came out here. He ran out here in a hurry and I was trying to catch up. Though this has already happened a few times, and each time he somehow ends up back in my room.
I'm sure he's fine. I wouldn't be worried.
I just can't help myself, you know?
You're a really sweet person, Yui. I love that about you.
You are too, Robbie. Do you have time today to hang out? There's something I'd like to do with you.
Of course I do. For you.
Even if it's a little boring?
I'm sure it can't be that boring if it's with you, you know. Whatever it is, I'm down.
Okay, here we go.
And so we walked together to the beach. And started fishing, side by side.
Now this is the life.
I have to admit, this wasn't what I expected.
This was by far the best way to pass the time out in the countryside. To be honest, I'm not much for crazy activities like skydiving or shopping trips. I'd rather just spend my days quietly with the person I love, talking from dusk till dawn. Just enjoying each other's company, you know? That's the best. Is this okay with you?
Of course it is, Yui. Getting the chance to learn more about you, to try to do things you like, that's where the real fun is. I'd also much prefer that to doing crazy things all the time, too. Though I do think shopping trips aren't really the same category as skydiving.
They are when you live deep in the country.
Hey, you up for a little contest?
Sure, let's do it. What is it?
You want to see who can catch more fish?
Your own.
Apparently, I had fanned the flames of Yui's competitive spirit. For the next few hours, we kept at it, while we enjoyed each other's conversation and company. Yui was a natural. She was catching fish left and right. Each time she caught one, she let it back into the ocean, and each time I wondered when my first one would bite. I never ended up catching a single one. But that didn't matter. What did was that we were having a ball.
Thanks for indulging me, Robbie.
Hey, I had a lot of fun too, Yui. Don't worry about it.
You don't have to lie. I know I'm not like the other girls. I grew up with nothing, and it shows in how I spend my time, what I wear, everything. I love you so much, you know. If I had you, I'd give you all the love in my heart, every moment of every day. I really would live for love. That's what I've always wanted. But you know, I could never give you all the things everyone else could. The money, the acclaim, the excitement. And I find myself worrying. What if you picked me the second we leave the island? You realize that I can't give you the life you deserve, and you start to hate me. I don't know what I'd do if it came to that. So, before it comes to that, I want to ask you, would just me be enough?
Oh, man.
What happens if you say no?
I kind of want to... Hey, Natalie, you want to save this? What would happen if I say no? Oh, gosh. Though I know how I feel, it doesn't take a rocket science to say this would be a terrible idea for ratings. Oh... After all, the more girls that are in the running, the higher the ratings are. Of course you'd be enough, Yui. I don't need to be in the spotlight. I don't need to be rich. More than all that, I want you, and just you.
I've waited so long to hear you say that.
She pulled me close and kissed me.
I love you so much. I always have, and I always will. I'll put our happiness first. I'll make you so happy every day.
I'm sorry, Yui. Here and out, it's just going to be me and you.
I just can't hold myself back anymore, Robbie.
She pushed me into the warm sand of the beach and pressed herself against me. Yui. She kissed me once more. Her hands wrapped around me as mine pulled her closer. But my heart isn't in it. Oh!
Oh no.
After today's date, I decided to take a stroll around the beach. The night was clear as could be. A light breeze made it just a bit chilly, but not enough that I need to put on more. I find myself fixating on the moon without thinking.
I thought I'd find you here.
Why is that?
Just a gut feeling, and the island-wide surveillance system. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm just thinking. I can't believe the show's almost over. It didn't feel real earlier today.
Time sure flies, doesn't it? You've only got the last third date with Scarlett tomorrow. Then, the final ceremony on the day after. Speaking of which, how was your date today?
It's alright. It was alright. Not the way I wanted it to go.
I'm sorry to hear that. I won't pry. I guess 3 dates wasn't enough to see if someone's marriage material after all. Who knew? Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got some work done tonight to prep for the ending of the show. You know what? I could use some company, and it's not like you were up to anything.
Kat reached her hand out to me. I put my hand on hers on instinct. With her hand in mine, she pulled me with her to the library?
Now, you're probably wondering, why did I bring you here of all places?
You like to read?
Well, yes, but no. There's no internet for us goons, so here's where we store most of our information. Records of every single run of the show. Building and security details, guard schedules, and most importantly, salary records. It's hidden in plain sight, as regular books. You need to know how to decipher them, though. They're pretty useless to the average person.
Interesting, and also a little unnecessary. Who here is going to read a book?
Oh, I know the state of education was bad, but not this bad.
It still doesn't answer why you brought me here.
Well, you see, I have this lovely chair and table here that I do so love to work on. And it's truly, truly exhausting for me to get up from this lovely arrangement to have to fetch each book I need to reference. So...
You want me to grab your books for you, so you can just stay here.
I'm so glad you understand. And, you know, I'm doing everything I can to keep you alive, and it's just a teeny tiny favor.
I couldn't help but laugh at her mock pout. Sure, Cat. It's the least I can do.
Great. All right. To start, I need you to grab me The Princess of Avendora, 100 Easy Recipes for a Philosopher's Stone, and...
I regret everything. This must be the 100th batch of books I've had to deliver. It's been hours. Seriously, whoever designed this system should be shot. I tried to read a few books I was delivering, but like Kat said, they just seemed like regular books.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for the help, Robbie. I'll send you a thank you card for when you're off this island or something.
At that rate, that was pretty much slave labor.
I like to think of it as more of unpaid charity work. You've got one last date tomorrow. Don't mess it up. I'm curious, what's the first thing you're going to do when you're out of here?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe try to figure out what my life was before. Who knows?
That's a good a start as any. Well, I gotta get back to editing. Night, Robbie.
See ya, Cat. Guess I'll head back to my room and call it a night. The alarms were deafening. We planned for every possibility we could, but it wasn't enough. We made it to the ship, but it still wasn't enough. Our one saving grace, the ship wouldn't start. Someone tampered with it, and there's no time to fix it.
That's it then.
I couldn't find the words to say. I love you.
I love you too, Robbie. I wish we could have met anywhere but here.
She held me in her arms with the last of her strength. All that's left to do is wait. Goodbye, love.